Okay, this is Matthew Hunt here with Canadian Merchant Account Services. I just wanted to walk through quickly on how to use this merchant account calculator, and you'll be able to download it in a link below this video once you go to Canadian-merchant-account-services.com. If you're watching this on YouTube, you'll need to go over to the site to see that. I'm just posting the video here and I'll be streaming it on the actual website. So here's the calculator. I use this calculator all the time to, determine what account is best for my clients. And you can download and do this yourself if you like. Or it's just to show you that it's not difficult to figure out if you have sort of the right spreadsheet in front of you to determine where the fees are. And that's if you're asking the right questions. A lot of times the biggest mistake merchants make is not ask the right questions, because unfortunately a lot of merchant account companies practice by and live by marketing, and they make their money by what they don't tell you before you're signing your agreements. And these agreements are huge legal documents that are very hard to decipher and read. You need to be a lawyer to understand it all. So it's very easy, if you're not asking the right questions, to be surprised when you get your merchant account statement. But if you're asking the right questions, then you can be pretty close to, and if you're using a calculator like this, you're probably making a good judgment on whether you have the best rates and fees. Which is not always the most important thing. Sometimes service is more important, but at least you'll have that down. So you might want to give also a call to the service department a few times throughout the day over a course of a couple weeks to determine if that's satisfactory for you as well. But here's the calculator, and you'll notice here that up top is terminals, then there's the Visa and MasterCard, and then if you scroll down, we have the indirect expenses, admin fees, and then when we get right down to the bottom, there's the yearly and monthly totals. But let's just start up here and I'll show you that you can put in the number of terminals you have. So if it's one, or if you need 3 or 4. Some people are currently processing and looking to cut their fees. Some people are just setting up for the first time. But let's say you have 3 terminals, and you put 3 over here for company B as well. And let's say company A it's $39.99 to rent the terminal, and company B it's $20, or let's say maybe it's $29.99. So you put that in. You'll see these fields change automatically for that. And then let's just scroll down to the credit card now total. So let's say you're expecting to do $10,000 in credit card sales every month. In this section, it automatically all fills for company B the same. Let's say you expect to do, I don't know, let's say 225 transactions, and it fills out the other. So that makes your average sale about $44. And let's say your card present, that you're expecting how many cards that you swipe across the terminal where the card is physically present is going to be about 90%. And 10% of the time it's going to be keyed in or phoned in or emailed in or faxed in, because that happens in business. So it'll automatically change over here as well too. And let's say your qualified discount rate from company A was 2.25%. So let's do, so you got to do 0.0225 percent, and let's say the non-qualified rate that you got was 2.7 2.7%. So let's say your per transaction fee for credit cards was only let's say it was 8 cents. Okay, so 8 cents. Let's go over here and modify what it was for company B. So this is where you'd put in company B stuff. Let's say their card present transaction fee was 1.75, and their non-qualified fee was 2.25. But let's say they're charging 25 cents per transaction. Okay, and you can see here, isn't this interesting, that even though the qualified rate is 2.25 here over 1.75, you would think that it would make a huge difference in rates, but it isn't, because this is only 8 cents per transaction as opposed to 25 cents per transaction, because the average ticket price is a little bit lower. But watch what happens if we change the how many transactions we make the average sale a little bit more. So let's say the average sale was only 4. Now look at the savings. It's a lot more over here. But now let's say we do the opposite and we say that there's 400 transactions in this 10,000. It's actually costing you more now to be on to have the 1.75 plus 25 cents. So can you see how your average ticket price really affects which program is going to be best for you? So it's very important that you know how many transactions you're doing card present and how many you're doing non. Those are two important because it affects these two rates. And then it also matters by how many transactions you're doing in that month because it can really greatly affect your fees. So you can see that you can have the same business volume, 10 grand a month, but at 400 transactions, the 2.25 and 8 cents is a better deal than the 1.75 and 25 cents. But if you only had 5 transactions a month, it would be better for you to go with the second program. So this is where it gets a little tricky, but if you plug it into the right areas, it should become very clear where it's costing you. If we scroll down to the Interact, again, you put in your monthly volumes. Let's say it's 3,000. Let's say there's, I don't know, 110 transactions instead. And some companies like to try and charge 0.25% on Interact. It's not very common. Sometimes they do that and offer you a nice low Interact fee, or they'll say 0.25% or 0.5% and we'll give you 5 cents per transaction. But it very rarely ever works out to being in your benefit. It's usually much better just to take a straight transaction fee. So that's where you would put it in here. So you can see already, like at 0.25% and 8 cents versus 10 cents per transaction. It's better to take it at 10 cents per transaction as a flat fee, even if it's probably even if it's 15 cents. It's almost basically the same there. So maybe a 12, but you can play with those numbers. If there wasn't in there, then you put down your monthly admin expenses like statement fee, gateway fee for IP terminals, added value fees, miscellaneous fees. There's all kinds of creative fees that merchant accounts can come up with. If it's not named specifically here, just add underneath miscellaneous admin fees, and it'll give you the total. And then some companies have a membership fee. So let's just say there's no membership fee here, and there's no membership fee here, but sometimes there is. Let's say there's one on this company. So it'll tell you down here, your total monthly expenses on company A is $386 and company B is $309, and the annual expense for this company and this company. So you can see which one offers the better account. And if you're confused at any time, you can just come down here and I'd be happy to give you a quote. You can click on there or up here and come visit me at Canadian Merchant Account Services. I'd be happy to help you do some of the evaluating and making sure you get set up with the right merchant account provider for your business needs. So that's the calculator. Feel free to go below the video and download the calculator. Again, if you're on YouTube watching this, just head over to the site, CanadianMerchantAccountServices.com. You should be able to link to the site over to the right here if you're watching this on YouTube, and just go to the section in the nav bar that says calculator, and you'll be able to view this video again if you need to for reference, and download the video down below. Again, this is Matthew Hunt from CanadianMerchantAccountServices.com. Hope you're having a great day and look forward to hearing from you. Bye for now.